Namaskar. Welcome to this Monday evening program on PGurus channel, and I'm your host and also with Peer. And what we are going to talk about is Pakistan and a lot of interesting developments which are happening and why Pakistan is rattled, why they are shitting in their pants, and much more in this episode. And this is Ask Sumit. You can ask your questions after that, and we'll be happy to take all your questions and to the extent we can, and they don't have to be limited to this subject. In the name of Lord Sree Ganesha, let's do the Sree Ganeshas of today's vlog. We would request you to like this video, share and subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you keep on getting our notifications. Your like will matter a lot, sir, ma'am. So let me start. The first and the most important news what we are breaking on PGurus channel is something which is very unforeseen has happened in the 75 years of existence of Pakistan. It is not Islamic terror. It is not jihad. It is not winning wars. It is not losing wars. It is not running with the hares and hunting with the hounds. What has happened is, for the first time, we have visible proof, we have credible evidence that the Pakistani army is so much scared of Indian retaliation. The paranoia is building so much. The talk of Indian retaliation has blasted their heads and minds, and their hearts have sunken. They are shivering in fear. What is happening? They are deserting their posts. You heard me right. At LOC, we have credible reports now. Pakistan army is deserting their posts, and the Rangers are coming and they're picking up the Pakistani flags. Usually there's a post, there are people who are guarding it, and there are Rangers who are deployed on the job. Now they're leaving their post because they fear that the retaliation from India will be too much, will be much bigger, and will be too difficult to handle. India is very silently retaliating to all the ceasefire violations. Pakistan wanted us to start a war here, and here we are not exactly doing that. And Prime Minister meeting the air chief, Prime Minister meeting the naval chief, and there are a lot of things which happen which are behind the doors. We are showing something we are letting it not to be shown. That feeling of Pakistan that India and Modi means a decisive action. And let me reiterate what did the Rajnath Singh ji say yesterday, that yes, you will get what Modi promised you because he's a leader who can take the political big decisions. These things are sending shivers down the Pakistan. And they exactly don't know what to do because their army is not competent to fight this war. And Pakistan is trying all the tricks of the table, using these Islamic countries, trying to asking A, B, C, D, E, F to mediate, begging to people, pleading to people, coming on their knees, sir, please help us. But they know this time we are going to decimate Pakistan. We are going to break Pakistan. And that is our only mission. We are not going after these. We're not going after the low hanging fruit. We are going after the roots. We are killing the roots. And when we're killing the roots, we will settle this Pakistan menace for good. And let this message be loud and clear to anybody and everybody in the world. We are coming for you. Now, what is the next step? After these deserting the post, you can see. Now, incidentally, I want to bring your attention to one of the big developments which happened today. Now it is almost sure the people who did this heinous crime, or many more terrorists, are still hiding in the forest of South Kashmir. They have local supporters and facilitators who have been supporting them. One of them has been caught, and one of them, drowned in a river while army was taking him to the terrorist hideout. So local support is there. We cannot say that. Second thing which is very important is that I will take your attention to Mr. John Bolton. Mr. John Bolton is the ex-NSA of US government. He is very worried. He has said, look, yesterday he signaled that there is a Hamas and Hezbollah hand in it, and he's kind of very sure on that. And people like Mr. Bolton talk, they come with a lot of substance, they come with a lot of experience, they come with a lot of knowledge. And I have been exactly talking this and stretching my neck out on PGurus and other channels, and including the national TV, that yes, there's a Hamas and Hezbollah hand on it. But more to that, what Mr. Bolton is saying today is something which is very, I would say, which has to be a concern. He is saying that the China and Pakistan are really cozying up. China is giving weapons to the Pakistan, and Pakistan will use all these weapons against India, and this will lead to the disruption of peace in the region, and this region can become highly volatile. And Pakistan doesn't have the firepower which matches India by any standards, but when China comes in, they have a fighting chance. They have at least some kind of a chance. So this alliance, this unholy alliance between China and Pakistan is worrying. And Mr. Bolton is suggesting that the American government should come. They should stand rock solid with India and make sure that the Chinese influence or the Chinese involvement in fomenting trouble in this part of the world is curtailed and is controlled. So for the first time, we are seeing that the Americans are told by a fellow American, hey guys, you need to go and stand behind India, because if you won't do that, China is going to play dirty, because China does not want this region to be stabilized. China wants this region to be burning so that Chinese interests are sorted out, Chinese interests are served. In order to counter that, now the thought process is very clear. You have to support India and you have to give India whatever they want. And if you look at this 𝗥𝗘𝗙𝗪 360, if you look at the missiles, these shoulder head missiles which you have got from Russia. So our good friends in Russia and our good friends in America are helping us with anything and everything we need. And 𝗥𝗘𝗪 360 is a very, very potent weapon, which gives us complete dominance of our waters vis-a-vis China and vis-a-vis Pakistan. Pakistan Navy was never a problem, but vis-a-vis China, when you think, that gives us a bit of a good leverage with PEATIs and the other integrated systems we have. I think we are much ahead in the game, and Americans are chipping in at the right point of time. Now, a lot of people who might have apprehensions and say we can't trust the Americans, or Americans should not be trusted. But when push comes to shove, there are people who come and deliver and give you the technology which is needed. With these things happening in your backyard, I'm asking you a question: can you trust the Chinese? Can you trust the Afghans? Whom are you going to trust? And in the meanwhile, the Turkey giving weapons to Pakistan is almost certain. Iran giving weapons to Pakistan is almost certain. Kazakhstan helping Pakistan is almost certain. And there may be other Islamic countries which by backdoor are trying to go and try to help Pakistan. This is almost certain. Now, after John Bolton's revelation, we are not bothered about others. What we are bothered about is China getting directly involved into this war, and China trying to start this regional conflict. Even if you look at the problem of Houthis, as China is the player. If you look behind Hamas, China was the player. And if you look at a lot of unrest in the Middle East, China is the player. And he says, according to Mr. Bolton, China is the evil man. And what I've been saying for years, that if you want the world to be peaceful, 3 countries have to be decimated. That is Pakistan, Iran, and China. Without a decimation of these 3 countries, the world can never be peaceful, because there will be enough people who will be there and they can, do a lot of damage to the world fabric. So Pakistan is damaged, deserting the post, we know. China directly coming in. Mr. Bolton talking to the Trump administration, hey guys, you have to chip in and stand behind India, because we don't want things to go here and there. And what is India doing? India's strikes are visible. India's efforts are visible, and India's valor is visible. When I talk of the valor, I'm not limiting it to the military domain. I'm talking of a 360-degree approach which India is taking. What is India doing? What are the steps India has done? We have been talking about import-export ban. We've been talking about fruit, vegetables, and medicines. There are a couple of more things which have happened since the time we last met, and I think it was Saturday evening when we spoke on this. A lot of things have happened. A lot of water has flown under the bridge. So let me try to kind of recall what are the major things India has done. The first thing what India has done is, yesterday we had day before yesterday, when Dr. Jaishankar tweeted and said that Mr. Lavrov has given us complete support. And he said planners, perpetrators, and the actors who did this will be punished. And Russia is in full support with that. Now, after that, there was a Russian ambassador Pakistani ambassador to Russia, who said that in an interview to a news agency, he said that Pakistan's, if water is stopped, altered, or diverted, it will be act of war. I mean, come on, guys. We have been hearing this act of war. I'm tired. My ears are paining. Act of war, act of war. What the hell do you do? You are bloody jihadis. You're chicken shit. You can't do anything. So it's an act of war, and we will retaliate with full spectrum. Full spectrum here means even the nukes, to put the things in perspective. Now, what happens after that? Because that was in retaliation to what Dr. Jaishankar said. Now, what happens after that? We went to Russia. We wanted some missiles, shoulder head missile systems, which are there good enough to bring down these drones. Though we have Mark 1 and we have other indigenous systems, but looking at some kind of drones which might have creeped in, and if I can be direct, the possible drones, what I'm looking at here is these Iranian drones and Turkish drones, which might have landed up in Pakistan. And these drones are, I would say, reasonably good. So we needed a system which can handle and take down these drones. And Russians have those systems. So we requested Russians to send us these systems, and Russia immediately dispatched those systems with us. In the meanwhile, Americans came with 𝗥𝗘𝗪 360, which America was very fast and swift to declare dispatches to us. Give us access to that. While these things happen, now Pakistan suddenly realized that the nuclear bluff, the nuclear barking, nuclear bomb, Islamic bomb, that is not working. So what did Pakistan go? Pakistan went and kneeled to Putin and said, Mr. Putin, can you really save us? You had negotiated in 1966 in the Tashkent agreement. Sir, can you again go and do it for us, because we can't fight this war? Now, I don't know what is Pakistanis up to. 8 hours back, 12 hours back, they were threatening us with the nukes. After 12 hours, and our friends from Russia sent us the arsenal we needed. They are going and pleading to Mr. Putin, sir, can you really help us? Help us. Sir, we are in dire situation, sir. You helped us in 1966. A lot of water has flown under the bridge after 1960. The world had changed. Of course, Russians did not respond, and Russians are coming with the usual thing, oh, peace should prevail, diplomacy should prevail. They're the usual optics of the diplomatic world, and they become the fad of the today's world. When you talk these things and you look good, you sound professional, and you sound elegant, but nothing of that. And you look at what is happening with Russia and Ukraine. Well, peace looks to be oxymoron here. And when it comes to the national security, there are some things which have to be settled by the virtue of wars. Only peace has a time, peace has a duration, and peace has a life. Beyond that, the kinetic actions and the military actions only mean. So what have we done? Now, his name is Balaki or something. Sachin, can you find his name for me? Some Iqbal Balaki or something. Muhammad, some Iqbal Balaki or something. Now, Iqbal Balaki, whatever your name is, Pakistani ambassador to Russia. Balaki, if you are listening to me, I know your ISPR listens to PGurus. I know you guys who are watching it with your eyes open like this. Huh? Now, listen. You said yesterday, if you stop the water, if you divert the water, or if you try to move the water, it will be act of war, will retaliate with nukes. Let me tell you today, buddy, we have done it. And do what the heck you can. There's a dam called 𝗤𝗙𝗻𝗲 Dam. It's a reservoir. So we have closed the doors of that. After that, there's minimal water which is flowing from Chenab, almost zero. We have in Kishangarh in Gurez, there's one big reservoir which we are going to fill up soon. We are doing the desilting of this dam. Once the desilting is done, we have started filling up this hydropower project with the water. The flow of water going. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 I'm giving you the place, and I'm telling you which is the next dam which are going to shut. Gurez, Kishangangai. And what was your defense minister Khwaja Asif telling us 2 days back? Oh, if you build any structure, we will bring it down. Khwaja, what the hell you can do? Do it, man. Where the hell are your nukes? What can you do, Khwaja? You are a third-rate jihadi. Look, the dam is closed, the water is stopped. Hey, 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 𝗔𝗠𝗏, kahan hai? Look, water is stopped. What can you do? We have stopped your water. You want the proof? You said yesterday you threatened with us nukes. Here the water is stopped, 𝗤𝗏𝗏. What can you do? Bloody hell, bring it on what you have. We have stopped the water. What can you do? And I'm telling you, we're going to stop from Kishangangai also. Modi walks the talk. Modi says he will stop the water, he will stop the water. Whatever he says, he means. This is your first kinetic strand. Khwaja Asif, you said if you are building anything to stop this water, we'll dismantle it. Hey, buddy, we don't need to build anything. We have enough things at our command. And I was telling you, within few days, we can stop the water. We'd already reduced your water by 15 to 20%. And in coming days, we can stop your water. Here, your water is stopped. Kar le kya karta hai? Do what the hell you can do. Go. You are bloody third-rate jihadis who only tom. An Islamic bomb, ghanta nahi tumhare paas. And second thing, I want to also reiterate one fact which is very important is now, this is the time to call off. This is the time to call off our strategy of no first use. They don't have the second strike capability. If we call off our strategy of first use, these jihadis can literally do nothing with the nukes. Even if they have some, they can do nothing with the nukes. So, kya naam hai Sajin bhai? 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 𝗤𝗏𝗏. Pani rok diya. We have stopped the water. I have given you the name of the dam. I have given you where we want to stop. What the hell can you do? Go and tell to Khwaja Asif. I think he will know. And Sachin bhai, the things are going much worse from here. Friends, the things are going much worse from here. We are going to show you a couple of videos. And you will see how the things are turning within Pakistan. Because the people of Pakistan are realizing this mullah military nexus is good for netting. They are absolute, I don't know, can I use that on YouTube or not? But anyway, they are shitheads. I think I can use that. And they're good for nothing. They are those fat pigs who only eat and swallow money and womanize and have alcohols. Beyond that, they're nothing. These jihadi generals of Pakistan are the leeches, are the parasites on the society of Pakistan. We are going to show you a couple of videos. This is from Pakistan. First one is from the Lal Masjid, I believe, wherein a preacher is telling the people, you know, in Pakistan, you have more atrocities on Muslim. Pakistan government and this mullah military nexus is more dangerous when it comes to atrocities. India is a much better place. Now, it can be even a tactical move. It can be a strategic move. It can be truth. I don't know. But that is, let's go by the credentials of the video. But I believe the people of the Pakistan understand they cannot handle this war. This is too much for them to handle and go around with it. So we are showing you the video in a while. Give us a second. Here comes the video.
अगर पाकिस्तान हिंदुस्तान की जंग में आप में से कितने लोग पाकिस्तान का साथ देंगे, हाथ खड़ा कर। कम ही नजर आ रहे हैं। इसका मतलब है कि काफी समझ पैदा हो चुकी है। मसला यह है कि पाकिस्तान और हिंदुस्तान की जंग इस्लाम की जंग ही नहीं है। पाकिस्तान की जंग कौमियत की जंग है। और आप सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने फरमाया, किसी ने पूछा कि एक शख्स कौमियत के लिए लड़ता है, शुजाअत के लिए लड़ता है और गैरत के लिए लड़ता है, तो कौन अल्लाह के रास्ते में है? तो आपने उसका उसूल और ज़ाब्ता बताया, मन क़ातला लितकून कलिमतुल्लाहि हियल उलिया। फरमाया वो अल्लाह के रास्ते में जो इसलिए जिहाद करता है, क़िताल करता है कि अल्लाह का दीन सरबुलंद हो जाए। आज पाकिस्तान में जो कुफरिया निज़ाम है, जो जालिमाना निज़ाम है और जो फिस्क़ व फुजूर है, वो हिंदुस्तान से ज्यादा बढ़कर, हिंदुस्तान में इतना जुल्म नहीं है जितना पाकिस्तान में जुल्म है। कि लाल मस्जिद जैसा अलमनाक सानहा हिंदुस्तान में हुआ, जमाना वजीरिस्तान में और पूरे खैबर पख्तूनख्वा में जो मजालिम हो रहे हैं वो वहां हुए कि उनके अपने जेट तैयारों ने अपने ही मुल्क के रहने वालों पर ऐसी बमबारियां की हुई। क्या हिंदुस्तान के अंदर इतने लोग लापता पाए जाते हैं? हिंदुस्तान के अंदर कोई तहरीकें लापता अफराद के लिए हैं? लोग लापता अफराद के लिए तहरीकें चला चला कर, धरने दे देकर, थक कर, मजबूर होकर घरों में बैठ के अल्लाह से मांगे। कितनी मसूरात यहाँ बैठी रही। बिलोच लापता, पख्तून लापता, अब तो तहरीक इंसाफ के लोग लापता, सहाफी लापता, उलमाए किराम लापता। यहाँ जो जुल्म है, और यहाँ नहीं, अक्सर मुसलमान ममालिक का यही हाल है। कुफरिया ममालिक में तो फिर भी किसी न किसी दर्जे में कोई मुजाहिरे की इजाजत दे देते। अब सऊदी अरब का हाल यह है कि सऊदी अरब के वहां के कितने उलमा ये फतवे दे रहे हैं, हरमैन के कितने उलमा फतवे दे रहे हैं कि इनकी इताअत होगी, हुक्मरानों की फलस्तीन का साथ नहीं दिया जाएगा। गलत फतवा है। कुरान और सुन्नत की तालीमात हमें ये कहती है, तावनु अलल बिर्रि वत्तक़वा वला तावनु अलल इस्मि वल उद्वान, कि नेकी और तकवा के कामों में ताउन होगा, वला तावनु अलल इस्मि वल उद्वान, गुनाह के और जुल्म के कामों में ताउन नहीं होगा।
Now, if you go through this video, I'll broadly translate in English for you so that we are on the same page. He says there are atrocities done in Pakistan which are beyond proportion. The Lal Masjid incident which happened in Pakistan, did it happen in India? Did India bomb its own people? Are there missing people in India? Are there journalists missing in India? Are there Tehreek-e-Insaf, that is Imran Khan's party? Are there people missing in India? Are there people missing in Balochistan? When the women came here, you threatened them with the rape. And whatever is happening in Muslim countries is atrocious, because even in non-Muslim countries, at least you have a right to protest. You can go, you can protest, you can talk about it. While in Muslim countries, there is no right to protest, and the kind of fatwas and all which are being issued, they are not as per the teachings of Islam, and they are not supposed to be issued, because if the fatwa leads to atrocities, that cannot be a valid fatwa. This is what a Maulvi of Lal Masjid is saying. So I can see visible cracks. I can see the people of Pakistan are not with the government of Pakistan. And what happened yesterday? I'll tell you what happened yesterday. You'll be surprised. Friends, what happened yesterday? Yesterday, these Pakistani government came with those videos. So what is ISPR doing? ISPR, let me clarify. Some of the people asked me to clarify this. There is Pakistani Army, then there is ISI. ISI is the intelligence agency of Pakistani Army, what we have like RAW here. So now this ISI has a ISPR. ISPR is the PR wing or a propaganda wing of the ISI. So these people are only supposed to do the information warfare through propaganda, through all these things. So this is what the ISPR stands for. The ISPR has been running videos on patriotism, this, that, very good. And when you look at the clips, when you dissect the clips, I found some anomalies. In that clip, you will find BrahMos. When the hell did you get BrahMos? BrahMos is our missile. Then you find S-400. Again taken from our clips. Then you find Elon Musk's SpaceX, again taken from Elon Musk's clip. So even that clip, those songs which I had done, and they've inserted a couple of your snippets of your army doing some useless exercises. So even the videos which are done are doctored, are fake. That tells you the level of propaganda is happening, because they want to give their people impression, look guys, we're going to win this war. We're going to be victorious. They all know they will be decimated. After this war, Pakistan will be decimated. They all know. But the impression they're giving, oh, we want to win this war. We are going to win this war. And they're using even false propaganda and false materials to befool their people. Now, this Maulana's video on the ground tells you people are sensitive. They know after this war, Pakistan will be decimated. And what is going to be the most important decimation of Pakistan is this mullah military nexus. Because look, this military won't be there. These politicians won't be there, and the Maulanas who are holding to power won't be there. They all will be decimated. And I don't know how far is it true that Imran Khan was raped in the jail. I don't know how far it is true, but a lot of people are claiming it, and a lot of people are saying it. And there's a major who did it. Well, raping is not a big deal in Pakistan. And if you look at the people who get raped, 90% of them are males. And most of the rape happens within the cousins, by uncles, and stuff like that. It's a very perverse society, and the highest porn downloads in the world happen in Pakistan. So you can understand how these things happen. So that is not a big deal. When these things happen, we'll take you to the second video. We'll show you what is happening. Second, Sajjan bhai, can we play the second video? That will tell you the sentiments of the people on the ground.
जनरल मुशर्रफ फारे के उनको इस तरह हिट करेंगे, उनको पता नहीं चलेगा वो करें। पानी में थी कि वो करेंगे, वो 10 नस्लों तक याद रखेंगे। बंगालियों ने जो कुछ आप लोगों के साथ किया, वो कितनी नस्ल तक आपको याद है? उसको भी तो याद करो ना। हम तो याद करते आ रहे हैं। हम तो पिछले 75 साल से आपकी हर जुल्म और ज्यादती को जो है याद करते आ रहे हैं। वैरायटी पार्क और अंदाड़ी को सब हमको याद करते आ रहे हैं। लेकिन जन साहब, आप लोगों को भी याद दिला दूं, दुनिया की जंगी तारीख में 90,000 फौजियों ने जो इकट्ठे हथियार नहीं डाले जो आपकी फौज ने डाले, ये भी अपनी निसाब की किताबों में डाल दें कि आपकी आने वाली 10 नस्लें वो भी पढ़ें। अपनी निसाब की किताबों में ये भी डाल दें कि उन 90,000 फौजियों के न सिर्फ हथियार बल्कि उनकी पतलू ने भी आज दिन तक वहां पे टांगी हुई है। ये भी उनमें डाल दें कि जंग हार चुके थे, लेकिन आपके टेलीविजन और रेडियो पे खबरें आ रही थी कि जी हमने पता नहीं कौन कौन से हिंदुस्तान के जो इलाके फतेह कर लिए। ये भी निसाब की किताबों में डाल दें कि कितने लाख बंगालियों का कत्लेआम आप लोगों ने वहां पे किया। ये भी उस निसाब की किताबों में डाल दें।
Now, gentlemen, friends, who is this man? This man is not a terrorist leader. He's not a militant leader. He's not a kind of that rebel in a way. His name is 𝗥𝗘𝗙𝗥𝗏. He's the ex-CM of Balochistan, a politician, elected politician of Balochistan. What is he saying? He says, you army generals, you Munir, you should realize what you have done. Your army is so incompetent. The world's most humiliating surrender. He said, what Bengalis did to you? Bengalis is not a Bangladesh. You have forgotten that. Your 10th generation should have remembered that and learned lessons from that, but you are not learning the lessons. What have they done you? You did you lost Bangladesh. Your country you did a surrender. There was more than 90,000 troops. You did not only surrender your arms and your honor, you also surrendered with pants down. I mean, that's what the ex-CM of Balochistan is saying. And you know what we are going to do to you? We are going to do worse to you. And we are going to do something to you which your next 20 generations will keep on learning and will go through it. And I'm telling you, please document this in your books so that you keep on listening. But sir, we respect I differ here because there'll be no Pakistan, sir. So the world history anyway knows about it, but there'll be no Pakistan, Mr. Mangal. So, right, we get, I mean, so we are trying to show you that surrender video with General Niazi, there were 93,000 troops, world's most humiliating surrender. And what is the important point? It's again a SPR role. He says when you surrendered, you were bloody with your pants down and with your weapons down. You were like this, kindly spare our lives. What was the radio saying here on the TV? Oh, we have won hum fatah ho gaye. We have won all the war. The war is ours. War have won. Inshallah, mashallah. We have won the war. We are Ghazis and all that. You say, you bloody people like This is the reality of Pakistan Army, and this Bengal is just reminding them what the truth is. This is not fabricated here. We're not trying to cast aspersions. This is the reality of life. And from here, from Balochistan, let us take you to Pashtunistan. Let's take you to 𝗖𝗄𝗂𝗧. See what is the ground temperature on 𝗖𝗄𝗂𝗧. Sachin bhai, can we play that 𝗖𝗄𝗂𝗧 video of the Maulana? We'll show you one more Maulana in 𝗖𝗄𝗂𝗧. What is he doing in a public gathering? What does he feel about Pakistan? Let's have a
هیروی هندوستان په پاکستان حمله وکړه. په ایمان دا یو خبره واورئ، خپل خبره بس کوم. زه چې کله جیل کې هم صفا وایم، که نیسي ما ونیسه. په جیل کې هغه علما، هغه طلبا، قسم په الله قرآن مې مخې ته دی، هغوی به دا دعاګانې کولې، یا الله په دې ملک د هندوستان حمله راوله، موږ به د هندوان فوج ملګري ګرځو، د خپل فوج ملګرتیا نه کوو. دومره ظلمونه شي. دا قرآن میں اتم خطکو کہ دروغ ورکوام ماں کے با ایمان تم رب پختانے دے اٹھا کول تا سر بتائیدو کی ستا مرگرتیابو کی تا پس بد زندباد چگو ہوئی کہ غلط ہوئی او با کی در سرا تا کم ظلمونو کو دی ملک سرا تا کم ظلمونو کو دی پختون سرا تا کوم د پښتون بچو نه جوړو. یا الله د دې ملک افسران چې د پښتنو بچي جوړي، الله خپل بچي وجوړوا. امین پیو الله په خپل کورونو کې خپل بچي په وجوړوا، الله خپل بچي په وجوړوا. بس تا د پښتون بچي وجوړو، تا د پښتون هر کور کې په سوات او ملکند کې هر کور کې غم راوستي دي، هر کور کې دعا او درې مړ کړي دي، و تا سره به دا پښتون تاییدو کې.
Now, this is 𝗖𝗄𝗂𝗧, this is Pashtunistan. This is a place which is dominated by Pashtuns. You must have seen the English subtitles, but let me try to, kind of put it in a capsule for you. The Maulvi says, hey, I swear by Holy Quran, it's in my hand, and I'm praying to Allah, kindly ask Indian Army to invade Pakistan. And what we are going to do, we are not going to say Pakistan Zindabad, but we are going to stand with Indian Army, because you Punjabis, you Sunni Punjabi Muslims, you have done atrocities on us. You have killed our children in Swat and Talat and all. Every family has lost one or two kids. You have oppressed us. You have taken our land. You have humiliated us. You are the oppressors. And when Indian Army comes, we are with Indian Army. It doesn't matter you put me in a jail or a dungeon. I don't care. But Indian Army will come. Every Pashtun will stand with Indian Army, and every Pashtun will help Indian Army to defeat Pakistan. And I have seen videos besides that of Pakistani civilians praying to Allah, hey Allah, kindly ask Modi ji to attack Pakistan. We want to be relieved of this mullah military nexus. Who promised the sun, earth and the moon will get you Palestine, will get you Kashmir. They siphoned of all the money, all the wealth of Pakistan, and gave us misery, gave us poverty, and sold our daughters to China. That is what these bloody mullahs have done. They sold their daughters to China. They sold their land to China. They sold their soul to the devil, and that is what these mullahs have done. I say, please, Mr. Modi ji, aiye, please, Mr. Modi, come and attack. Indian Army, come and attack. Relieve us from these jihadis mullahs. This is the reality. Look at them. $100 billion of trade they control through 4G, Askari and 𝗟𝗏. $20 billion of pure money. Uncrowned kings of politics. They make politics sit and come. They fought all the bloody 4 wars and all the 4 wars lost. They tried proxy terror. They tried all kinds and type of terror. They never succeeded. This is the army which is good to be gentles in England, because they need a lot of them, and I'd send them to Somalia to do the shit cleaning, because they're as good for that only. This is an army which is incompetent and which is good for nothing. They are only good at loot, plunder, and making baby oil and talcum powder. That is what this army is good at. So now the people are really tired. People are we showed you Balochistan. We showed you Lal Masjid. Lal Masjid is, I think Lahore. It's mainland Pakistan, Punjab. Then we took you to Balochistan. Then we took you to 𝗖𝗄𝗂𝗧. Now we are going to show you some more videos so that you understand what is the sentiment on the ground. Now we are now we are going to take you to POK. Okay, let's go to POK. Sachin bhai, and he's faster than a computer. Now we'll go to POK. Okay, now what we're broadly, the audio is coming in a while. What we are talking here is that they're holding ration. Look here, in a while, we'll just start. Here. Sidmay, can we hear it?
एक माह का जो है स्टॉक गला कर चुके हैं और मजीद जो है ना एक माह और करेंगे, इसके लिए हमें 3-4 दिन मजीद लगेंगे
ना गठिया के साथ से कर सकें जिनकी ना भरोसा ना हुआ उतना गठी के साथ से कर सके पता आज हाँ कल ना हुआ.
Now what is happening in POK? I'll summarize it for you. They are trying to hoard rations. They've been told to hoard rations for 2 months. He says we have already hoarded rations for 1 month and we're going to hoard for another month because we don't know how long the war will be and what will be the outcome. The other person says we are not sure of our life. What the hell will we do by holding rations? We don't know, are these rations going to be of our use and now. So you can see the panic. You can see that panic in POK, and you see the people of POK and given up on Pakistan Army. They know they are not good. You know why? I'll tell you why. Because if you look at these radars Pakistan has, 1 or 2 HQ9s or HQ16s or whatever KM15s they have. You know, where are they deployed? They're all deployed outside Punjab. They're out deployed to protect Punjab and protect Rawalpindi. They don't care about POK. They don't care about 𝗥𝗘𝗙𝗪, Sindhu, 𝗤𝗏, 𝗏𝗃, Balochistan. They don't care about them. They're not bothered about they live and die. So the people understand. The poor chaps are just trying to hold ration that if they survive, they'll at least have 2 square meals to eat. That is what the reality is. Now, after that, we want to show, Sachin, we want to show that one video of Akhnur, if we have, how the water has dried down. Now we're going to show you one more video of so that all the people who have apprehensions and doubts, what is the position of water in Akhnur. We have to show you this. Just give me a second.
अखनूर सेक्टर आज दरिया चनाब पर मैं जहां पहुंचा हूं, मैंने देखा कि मेरी 75 साल आयु हो गई है और पहली बार देखा है कि दरिया चनाब का पानी भी बंद हो सकता है। जैसे मोदी जी ने जो फैसला किया है उस फैसले का मैं बहुत उनका धन्यवाद करता हूं और हैरान हूं कि इतना तेज बहाव दरिया चनाब के अंदर होता था, लेकिन आज पूरा पानी बंद हो गया है। 1.5 या 2 फुट पानी है। मुझे उम्मीद है कि हो सकता है 2 घंटे के बाद ये भी पानी जो है बंद हो जाए। और जो पहलगाम के अंदर जो पाकिस्तान आर्मी जो मिलिटेंट जहां आए हुए थे, जो पहलगाम के अंदर उन्होंने गोली चलाकर हमारे हिंदुओं का कत्लेआम किया, आज मोदी जी ने जो फैसला किया है कि सबसे पहले कि पाकिस्तान का पानी बंद किया जाए, आज उनका पानी बंद हो गया है। और मुझे उम्मीद है कि आने वाले दिनों में जो भी जो पाकिस्तान के हालात बने हुए हैं उनके साथ मुकाबला किया जाए, हमला किया जाए। और हम जितनी भी जनता है परिवार के अंदर भी, क्या जम्मू के अंदर हम आर्मी के साथ हैं। अगर कंधे के कंधे साथ मिलाकर आर्मी के साथ चलेंगे और पाकिस्तान का मलियामेट करेंगे।
Now you see this. What is here, friends? Now I don't know how many of you are familiar with Akhnur. Akhnur is where the Chenab flows. And then later on it enters Pakistan. Usually it's full of water and the water is quite deep here. Now this gentleman is saying, in my 75 years of my age, I have never seen the waters of Chenab, that is the water which is going into Pakistan, is now 1.5 feet tall, this tall. So the river which was going, over my head and flowing like a, I don't know, like a super fast river, full of water. Now the water is reduced to 1.5 feet, and it is a matter of time. Even that water might get stopped. What did they do? They did ceasefire violations around Akhnur. They did ceasefire violations 11 days in a straight row. They did ceasefire violations yesterday in 𝗠𝗏𝗏𝗏. And what did we find today in 𝗠𝗏𝗏𝗏? We busted a big terrorist hideout which had AKs, which has pistols, and which had a lot of ammunition lying there. So there was terrorists which were even hiding in 𝗠𝗏𝗏𝗏, because I was apprehensive. Why did they do ceasefire violation in 𝗠𝗏𝗏𝗏? It doesn't make sense. Akhnur again, and there are a lot of terrorist groups, as per my information, which are hiding in the South Kashmir, forests, and they were all allocated a tourist spot which they were supposed to go and attack at the right point of time. A lot of them have been decimated, and there was one guy today, 𝗤𝗏𝗄𝗏 𝗪𝗏. He was a guy who has admitted a local. He was giving food to the terrorists. Army caught hold of him. Again, a typical overground worker. His software was upgraded. Then he wanted army to go and take them to the terrorist hideout. In the meanwhile, he saw a river. He jumped in the river, but he did not take army there. So there is no doubt about any local support. The local support is pretty much there, and it's intact. The name is 𝗤𝗏𝗄𝗏 𝗪𝗏. He's a local Kashmiri Muslim who has admitted helping him, and he tried, and he ended up his life rather than taking army to the terrorist hideout. So this is the reality on the ground. We must be very aware what is happening on the ground and where do we stand, friends. There's no point of beating around the bush. Now, let me take you to the next part of our discussion. Now, what is the next part of our discussion? Next part of our discussion chokes Pakistan. How are we choking Pakistan? Look, and what is going to be a strategy? I will also cover that. So, how are we choking Pakistan? We are choking Pakistan first with supplies, then with water, then diplomatically isolating them. They went to UNSC, nothing much happened there because luckily our friends from Greece were there, and Prime Minister Modi had a good talk with Mr. Putin before that UNSC closed consultation. Nothing good happened there. So their ambassador started threatening us with the nukes. Again, we stopped the water. And what is his name? 𝗤𝗏𝗙𝗪𝗲𝗏 Jamali and 𝗤𝗏𝗡𝗏. If you have eyes and open them like this and see the videos of PGurus channel, we have given you all the proof. We have stopped your water. Now do what the hell you can do. So after that, what are we doing? I was very, very inclined that the government of India should go and stop all the things. I'm coming to that, Sachin. Right? We should go and stop all the things what Pakistan is getting. So Nirmala ji went and met the Asian Development Bank and asked them to stop with the money or the loans which they were giving to Pakistan. I think France is in us and they're helping us out on that. We have, I think, reached to IMF also, where we are telling that all out of this $8 billion, $1 billion was given to Pakistan, balance $7 billion has to be stopped. I think we should have some success there. So we are trying to stop in all the inflow of money into it. Diplomatically, we are cutting them off. Budget-wise, rations-wise, we are cutting them off. And I have immense pleasure in reporting to you all. We have been saying for a lot of years and a lot of time on PGurus channel that these Pakistani media panelists should be banned on Indian TV. I think government has issued an advisory through NBDA today. There's a National Broadcasters Digital Association. The secretary is Miss Anna Joseph. She has issued an advisory on the behalf of the INB Ministry, where INB Ministry, that is Mr. Ashwini Vaishnav, has observed that these kind of people who are coming here and spreading malicious propaganda and supporting ISPR should be banned, because at the end of the day, they all work for ISPR. They are all stooges of the Pakistan Army, so they should be banned. It's a very, very welcome step. I compliment Modi government for that, because we should not give them prime time slots to spew venom and talk on why Pakistan is innocent and how Pakistan is a victim of terrorism itself. So that is a good mission ritual, that's a good work done for all of us. Then after that, our next strategy is based on SSS: speed, secrecy, and surprise. These are the three strategies, or the strategies based on. We are working on it. We have done a lot of things, and I have to tell you one thing. I've been talking to you a lot of things. That what is this? Arjun, yeah, this is an NBDA advisory which Ms. Anna Joseph has signed. It's clearly written that the INB Ministry is not happy with it and has advised everybody not to give space to Pakistani panelists. You might have seen some today, but in a day or so, they all will disappear. I think there's a lot of efforts what PGurus channel has done on it, what I have done on it, and I think, and what you all people have supported us for that. So thank you very much for all the great support. So this is another achievement for our collective efforts which has given results. Now after this, what we're talking of SSNS, this is going to be the India strategy. India is going to do a multi-pronged attack at one and get as much as things we can get. So you have to maintain your speed, you have to have a surprise, and you have to do whatever you have to do very silently. That is what we are going to do. And I've been promising you, I have to reveal one secret to you, that which I will reveal in a day or two. The secret was Indian Army had clearly, or the BSF had given directives to the farmers in Punjab, that when you cross the fence, there's a lot of crop which is beyond the fence. The border gates, there's a lot of crop. You have to kind of harvest that crop, and most of our Punjab crop is now harvested. Now we are safe. There was a lot of crop which was ready in Punjab. We could not risk that crop. So the time had to be given for that crop to be harvested so that we can secure our food supplies. You have seen in the Ukrainian conflict, food is the most important thing. There is no way you can have a nation of 1.45 billion and you're playing with the food. So we were silent. We were kind of managing the situation, and I was silent on it because I'm telling to you, because now we have achieved the mission. I told you a couple of days back, give me 48 hours or more than that. When the mission will be achieved, I'll talk about it. The mission is achieved. We have done what we have to do. Now we are fully prepared, because we have some credible intel that they're going to come from Punjab. But our strategy is going to be a multi-pronged strategy. What I feel, I'm not a military expert, but what I feel, it will be a surprise attack. There'll be utmost secrecy, and with speed will dismantle and damage a lot of Pakistan. And this time the damage will be irreversible. We are not going to get rid of a hut or a hutment or a couple of hundred of jihadis. No, we are going to inflict those wounds on Pakistan which cannot be repaired. Let's say there's a man, you cut his arm, you cannot grow an arm. You cut his leg, you cannot grow a leg. You take out an eye, you cannot grow the eye. This is irreversible damage. You give a cut here, you give a scratch here, you can, again, this with time he will heal. But if you do some strategic amputations, those cannot be repaired. And we know where the Pakistan's 𝗥𝗙𝗍𝗍 is, we know where their dams are, we know what are their vulnerabilities. And in the meanwhile, Pakistan has tested one more missile today, I think 1,200 kilometers. This is all Chinese shit which is going their way, and they're painting and trying to test it and scare India. But India is not going to scare. You don't even have an idea what all we have in store for us. And push comes to shove, you will be surprised to know what is the power of India. And if you think India is doing nothing, no. There are a lot of planes which are landing here. There's a lot of things which are coming from a shipment. And incidentally, let me take you to the another economic aspect of Pakistan, that is Moody's. Moody's says, and very clearly on it, he says, if Pakistan gets into this war, it will be eventually decimated. Sachin bhai, if we can show that clipping, it will be eventually decimated. Escalating India-Pakistan test measures will weigh on Pakistan's growth. But I want to remind our friends in Moody's, sir, there is no growth in Pakistan. In a way, if you go through the whole thing, it is saying that the Pakistan will be decimated. Pakistan will economically be over, and after that you cannot have a country like Pakistan. It will be an unstable, sustainable country. That is my assessment of the report. The point I'm trying to make here is very simple. Now even the international agencies are exactly echoing our sentiment and our thought process, that is that this war will devastate Pakistan. And what I have been always saying, my friends, I've been saying always, my friends, I'm coming to that, Sidbhai. What am I saying, my friends? Let us go and impose this expensive war on them. On TV, on YouTube, everywhere, I've been shouting my lungs out. Let's go. Let's impose this expensive war on them. Decimate them. Khatam kar do sab. Let's decimate all of them. Khalas. We'll finish Pakistan. Let's go and impose this war on them. That is exactly what it is. And now with this Moody's assessment, I'm very happy. And Sachin bhai has pulled a very important piece of data. $15 billion of foreign exchange reserves. And now out of which 5 or 7 they cannot touch. We have around $700 billion and counting. And I've not counted the euro reserves here and all. So what is the chance they have? How can they fight this war? They can never fight this war. The Pakistan economy will be beyond repair. Pakistan will be the Rwanda of the Asia. But the problem is this is the 5th populous country, and with a birth rate of 3.4, where they breed faster than rabbits. What are you going to do is this new breed of rabbits who walk on 2 arms, who have 2 arms and walk on 2 legs. And they need a lot of food, right? And they need a lot of meat. But the hell are you going to find them? Yeah, cannibalism can be a good alternate. Cannibalism can be a good alternate. They can balance their hunger. And if we have dried their water, which we have, their crops are going to fail. They're not going to have water. 43% water scarce. And you have seen the Chenab is at 1.5 feet. You can imagine if it goes like that. Now I want to say, Khwaja, what next? What name is iska? Bil, whatever his name is. 𝗤𝗙𝗍𝙠, whatever. Kahan gaya hai? Yeah, Mohammad Khalil Jamali, kya Jamal dikha? Kya karega? What next are you going to do? No, it is not warmongering. Some of you might think so. It's not warmongering because we have to call their bluff. These guys are good for nothing. They can only send disposable jihadis because their generals have a lot of money. They are rich. They have a lot of mistresses. They have a lot of properties. They want to enjoy the power and power to perpetuity, which is unquestionable and unquestioned in Pakistan. We want to shatter that belief. We want to relieve Pakistan from these jihadis. And a lot of people will ask me this question. So when if the Pakistan breaks into war, what if they again have the same tendency? Look, guys, if we could dismantle one Pakistan, we can handle all of them. India has taken a resolve. We'll handle all of them. It doesn't matter. You are 1 or you're 4. We'll settle you. We'll manage you. If good luck, you work on your own. Else, the power and the stature of India is going to rise with every passing day. And our army and our valor is so much. Our forces are so strong. We have so many arms that we can dismantle anybody. And we are a superpower in making the only saving grace you have right now with China. But I'm very sure once we are done with you, next is China. Because here, if you're watching for my People's Republic of China, the problem with you is you have a double whammy. Your Americans want you dead. We want you dead. We both will gun for you and we both will dismantle China. And this mullah of Iran who is trying to come here, 𝗥𝗚𝗏, is not going to save you. He is the #1 terrorist of the world. He is a person who lies from all 32 teeth. Look at all his 100 statements in the past. He has lied every time. He is a hands in glove with Houthis, Hezbollah. He sleeps with every terrorist organization in the world. And this mullah of Iran believes that he can go to Pakistan and then he can come to India. And he has the gumption and he has the what to say. He has this honesty. He will come here and try to talk us that I'm trying to negotiate peace. No, 𝗥𝗚𝗏, you are trying to save the backside of Pakistan. And I was very vocal about it on the national TV. I don't mince my words. You are here bloody trying to save the backside of your terror small brother. You're the big brother of terror and the small brother of terror is Pakistan because your networks are continental. Their networks are regional. You were involved in Hamas and Hezbollah. If it is there, it is Turkey and it is Iran who's involved. Where are we getting these Russian, special weapons? I can't remember the name, the number and the name has skipped from my mind. Why are we getting these Russian special weapons? Because we know that Iran and Turkey has given the drones to Pakistan, and then you have the courage, you have the gumption to come here and tell us, look, I'm the biggest terrorist of the world, and I believe in the mentality that the Jews need to be annihilated for the Qiyamah to come, and you Indians, I'm going to come here and do a negotiation for you in Pakistan. Why? Because I want peace. No, you are not for peace. You are the last person and you are the last bloody regime on peace. You are utter jihadis. You only want bloodbath. You want bloodshed. You want one full country to be wiped out, because as per your holy book, Qiyamah will not come till the time Jews are eliminated. Today it's Jews, tomorrow it will be Hindus, then it will be Christians. Your list of perpetuity will never end, because you believe in bloodshed. You believe in utter bloodshed. That is what your reality is, and that is what you're coming here for. You're not coming for peace. You're here coming to save the backside of your junior jihadi brother Pakistan, who is hand and glove with you everything. Pakistani ports are used for your smuggling. Pakistani ports are used for your weapon imports, exports. You're doing everything for Pakistani ports. You're using Pakistan, your alibi. And let's not forget that you have a couple of rockets coming here and there. That is just a Deepavali in the Islamic world. They do it all the time. So a few people dying here and there doesn't matter much in the Islamic world. That is the reality. So you guys are doing this, what we call in Urdu or in as per Islamic verses, al-taqiyya. You're just showing the front of India. You're nobody. And I will request government of India, don't give face to this man. Because if we give this face to this man, we are going to have problems with Americans. We are going to have a problem with a lot of our good friends, that is Israel and Americans, and even Russia is not supporting them. Let's not give this 𝗥𝗘𝗏 man. And 𝗥𝗘𝗏, who the hell told you we need you here? Who the hell are you to intervene? Did we tell you? Did we ask you? Why are you dropping in here? एक हिंदी में कहावत है, बेगानी शानी अब्दुल्ला दीवाना. Who the hell are you? What do you think you are? Go and cover your backside. Israel will come and bomb the shit out of you, and you will be running like a tunnel rat, and you are coming to do a negotiation between us. You are absolute jihadi. And even you Erdogan, you're Khomeini, and you are all flavors of different same jihad. One has one color, black color, blue color, whatever color you are. You believe in the same Islamic hegemony and same jihadi, where nobody else can live. Start with Jews, go to Hindus, go to Christians. That is what your entire game plan is. Don't we know? Don't we understand? And we have grown sick and tired of your misery. And even if I can end this vlog by saying, even India has to realize what I have been shouting my lungs out for years. Treaties and alliances in Islamic world are toilet paper. They work in peacetime when they are making money out of you, and when things get bad, then really that things are tough and they have to deliver, they'll say, they'll just sneak away. And what is Muzu doing? Muzu is trying to cozy up to India. You know why? Muzu's economy is in shit. He's in shambles. He's losing his economy. Now what is he doing? He said, if they can pay, the Hindus can pay money to Sri Lanka, why not me? Let me try to be nice. Let me try to be the good boy. Let's say, whatever the old governments of them are quite right. You bloody came into power, Muzu saying out India. Now you're sucking up to India because you want our money. That's exactly what you want. Come and say, come and beg. Come and beg for money. You want our money on interest-free terms. You want our money to perpetuity. You want to enjoy on my taxpayers' money, thinking and giving us a bloody impression you are a friend. You are not our friend. You are given talking to China. You have stopped Israelis coming there. Your economy is tantrums. Now you want a lifeline, so that when you survive, what you're again going to do, you're again going to talk again. 𝗥𝗘𝗏 𝗔𝗍𝗍. You are exactly going to talk what the Pakistan Army talks. You will exactly talk that. So there is no difference between most of you. You are like, there's a color and color has shades. You are the shades of the same color. That is the reality. And I think the government of India is realizing, has to realize, must call their bluff, because we people of India are tired of this. There are a lot of us who track now on geopolitics and are interested in geopolitics. I know masses are still in the politics, but there won't be a time. There will be a very time soon when they will go to geopolitics, and then the things are going to get tough. We don't need a mullah of Iran to come and talk truce with us vis-a-vis Pakistan. You know why, mullah? Because we are going to destroy your kid brother Pakistan. We are going to dismantle these mullahs. We are going to go for the serpent's head and destroy his snake hole. Learn it, hear me out, and live with it. Be buried what Benjamin Netanyahu is thinking. He might be bombing the shit out of you this night. I don't know. Trump is very furious. He's warned you with nukes. So, mullah, go and protect your backside. Get the heck out of here. Thank you. Harish, thank you, sir. Thank you for becoming the YouTube member. Manish Yadav, Sumit sir, what happened to the BF soldier who has been captured with a Pakistani? Two 𝗥𝗘𝗙𝗧𝗧 Army. I think he will be given up soon because I think we have also got a Pakistani Ranger. I'm not very sure on that, Maniji, but let's see. Computer vlogs 200. Why don't we address the root cause? I came to know the Muslim school teachers are openly trying to influence students. Why don't we start teaching about Mr. Muhammad's life in the students decide? Look, unless and until we close madrasas in India, nothing more is going to happen. You know, even I have to thank Government of India for what I have done to the Pakistani panelists. Now I have two more demands on the same lines. One thing is, you know, all the people who are in their ecosystem need to be investigated. And this ban has to be taken down to the YouTube channels also. YouTube channels and all the people whom they are in touch with, whom they do WhatsApp every day, whom they talk every day, check them, check their bank accounts, check their affiliations, check their, have they got any unusual wealth? Where did that wealth come from? If you check that, you'll be able to dismantle the ecosystem within. This ban should not be only on mainstream media. This should also go to YouTube. And if some YouTube channel wants to get them, these Pakistanis, strike that YouTube channel. Government of India has the right, strike them down, strike them mercilessly. So answering your question, 𝗤𝗏𝗍𝗍, we have to close madrasas in India, else the radicalization won't be able to stop, sir. I mean, we can't do the surgical strike in one day, but if you stop madrasas, I think 60-70% of the problem we are able to control. Next question, please. 𝗏𝗏𝗏, can Israel enter Iran through Balochistan at Indo-Pak war? No, that is an unlikely chance because Israel cannot enter through there. But Americans can definitely use Gwadar port and airport. Push comes to shove, they will use it. And that is their interest in what I've been always maintaining. Before this fiasco and all, last 6 months, 8 months, 1 year, Americans need Gwadar. And that's where they were unhappy with Asmi Munir. Next question. Magni Ranga, sir. Us, wasn't it stupid of Congress to have accepted two-nation theory when there's a three-nation would have been a better partition invade, but another huge lender was chicken's leg. Look, Congress did what suited their narratives and egos. Congress was never thinking for India. Congress has never thought for India, and Congress can never think for India. This is the reality we have to all live with, sir. Now, even if you look at the partition, Dr. Ambedkar, whom we all respect very much, I mean, I have the greatest of respect for him, he was very clear. There has to be a complete population transfer. Why nobody is talking about as complete population transfer? And this chicken's neck and all is I don't know what to say. We had 93,000 troops with us. We could have settled Kashmir. We could have got our Kartarpur Sahib back. Kartarpur Sahib is ours. We could have got it back. There would not be chicken's neck. There would have any elephant's neck today. There was nothing called chicken's neck. What did Mrs. Gandhi do? She just gave out everything. I don't know what was the charm of Bhutto. She literally agreed to everything. Whatever we gained in the war, we let everything, we lost everything on the table. And one of the bloody Pakistanis were telling me, we gave Abhinandan tea, coffee and khana. You bloody buffoon. We gave you 93,000 troops. I don't know how many months or years, khana, pina, dal, roti, pani, and we kept them alive. So don't bloody talk, you gave a cup of tea to Abhinandan Verma, right? Because you are scoundrels. You are jihadis. That is what you are. Next. Chaitanya Taklaji. How can India plan to fight Pakistan till the last Afghan, thereby reducing damage on the Indian side? Look, I will be very candid with you. Afghanistan will fight Pakistan to a limited extent. Nobody is going to fight your war. This can be a pressure point you can create. It will be temporary pressure point. But ultimately, if you think you can use Afghans to fight your war, that is not going to happen. Let's be very candid. Taliban is as radicalized as Pakistanis. They might have differences between them, but push comes to shove, they will all fall in one category. Remember, who was Mohammad Perkazin or 𝗏𝗍𝗍? I can't remember whom. He went to Saudi after 30 years. They are thirsty for each other's blood, but when it was against Israelis and Americans, they went to Riyadh. I think it was 𝗏𝗍𝗍. I think 𝗏𝗍𝗍 or Perkazin. One of them went to Riyadh after 30 years. What are we talking here, Chaitanya ji? We must be, this tomfoolery has to stop somewhere. Temporary pressure point is okay. Finding a solution through them is impossible. Impossible. Next question. Keshwanji is asking, Sumit ji, you hope this will not lead to a bigger war, Russia, Ukraine, what China is going to gain from this? China is going to gain from this because China does not want America to be done with Russia, Ukraine, and then Iran. Because China has a lot of investments in Iran and through that in the Islamic world and through the Islamic terror. So if Iran is gone, Russia, Ukraine is stopped. So then there is one theater command which needs to be settled, that is China. China is buckling under tariffs. China's economy is shambling and shaking. So China wants to open more fronts for Americans and more fronts for Indians, so that that heat of the China is kind of dissipated to other regions. That is what China wants. China is again a suicidal regime. Xi Jinping is a suicidal man. You don't consider him normal. He's crazy. He's insane. If you get his brain check, I'm very sure there will be some problem in his mentality. Brains. Next question, please. Ravindra ji, Mysore ji. Sumit ji, hi. Pakistani troops deserting LOC post could be deliberate strategy to draw Indian army and trap them. China is deeply involved. Look, sir, there is a possibility. I'm not saying no, but our commanders on the ground know what exactly it means. They know how it works. And after Galwan, trust me, whomever I speak in the army, personally, casually, at what level, most of the it's casual. None of our Jawans, none of our officers trust China by inch. So that things are gone. After Galwan, we don't trust anybody, and nobody can befool us. That is why there are a lot of people like Mr. Rahul Gandhi and all who want us to get into a hasty war with Pakistan. And what we are doing, we are not getting into that hasty war because we know that hasty war will be more damage to us rather than what we get out of here. Next question. Kalyan Kumar Ganti ji. Present standoff between India and Pakistan, $3 to $4 billion of foreign exchange. 5 months Pakistan is still foreign exchange default, out of war. Without war. That's exactly I'm telling you. The kind of military preparations we have kept them in, they're flying those jets and they're trying to fire those bullets. Keep them like this for another 20 days. That will be good enough to decimate them. But the problem here is, I have to warn you here. If they need another, let's say they need $1 billion or $2 a month to keep the tamasha going on, they will get from the Islamic world, they will get from China. I can give you a writing this. That is the problem. Now, so even keeping them in this mode of perpetuity is not an answer. Here we are bringing the morals down. Then S and S will come. S and S will be explained. That has to be done. This mode is not going to decide. Deep Narayanan ji. So what are your thoughts on Christians' fair commitments that India will not be able to Christians' fierce commitments that India will not be able to defeat Pakistan society? She gave the example of Baloch where India was unsuccessful and lost. I think these people have their own agendas. They run their own. They have their own ambitions. If that was not the case, will be Pakistan kneeling and begging. India will be able to do it. We are going to do it. And these all people are cropped in, are put into the frame so that doubts can be casted. They can cast aspersions. And at least if you are thinking that, I think that 50% of the job is done. Next question. Shankar Vigay ji. Ask Sumit ji, UAE and Saudi are eventually supporting, will also support eventually support India openly, though they are neutral now. They will not. They will remain neutral. Or we thank God if they don't incline to Pakistan. By the way, UAE has opposed our suspension of Indus Water Treaty. And this is for record. It's not a question of the leaders. They have masses. They have a political system. There's a political ecosystem which has sympathies for the Muslim Baradrin of Pakistan. Let's face it. I don't know why we always run away. It's not a logical world. You see, in Christianity, you can have Russians and Ukrainians fighting each other. In Islam, you can have two Muslims fighting each other. But if a Muslim fights a Christian or Muslim fights a Hindu or Muslim fights a Jew, the paradigms altogether change. Muslims can fight and kill each other, no problem. But when a Muslim fights a Christian country, a Jewish country, or a Hindu country, paradigms within the Islamic world change. Suresh Kumar, Sumaji, Namaskaram, FATM meeting coming up, Miss World Pregnant starting in Hyderabad. Do you think our retaliation will be delayed? I can only hint you at one thing, sir. Modi ji was supposed to be in Russia on 9th May. That is that Russian passing out parade and the celebrations are happening there. We participate every day. Then we were told Rajnath Singh ji will go. Then we were told Rajnath Singh ji is not also going. Then the MOS Sethi Saab is going there. Now, does that ring a bell? The date is 9th May. I can't talk more. This is what is in open forum. I'm not going beyond that. I think India is providing Pakistan that it can dismantle Pakistan with a few cuts, unlike Pakistan theory of 1,000 cuts. No, not cuts, sir. Chops, few chops. Few chops. Cuts is the Balakot was a cut, right? Balakot was a cut. Balakot was a surgery. Now we are going to chop. Finish. Promote us. But Sumeji, Turkey has sent some weapons recently. Today there was a ship spotted in the Karachi port. Turkey weapons are a state of art. Are you still saying Pakistan has time to fight? Turkey's weapons are not state of art. Who told you that Turkey's weapons are state of? Turkey has no great weapons. They have, then Iran have only these drones, which are cheap and easy to make, and they have over the years in Ukraine war and all, the technologies evolved a bit. And we have taken from the Russians weapons to counter it. Look, push comes to shove, Turkey, China, whoever. That's why I always say that we should also get rid of this strategic autonomy and do our alignments. If you're watching me for the last few years, haven't I been talking it for last 1 year? Let's get rid of the strategic, what do you call it? Strategic, the strategic, whatever it is. We were using a very nice word. Strategic autonomy, and let's start aligning. Look, there's a clear alignment vis-a-vis China and the Muslim countries. So we should now, even the time is now, time is also now, we can still align ourselves and we can still get what we want to do. It's not a lot of water under the bridge yet. We are there. Victor 100G. Sumit Bhai, is it possible for Munir did this knowingly for the fact that Bharat will hit them? He could give a speech to unify Pakistan against what the Pakistan needs now. You see, you're telling me I have a very broken boat. It can hardly float in the water and I'm taking it to the sea. A river boat in a very bad condition, when you hit to the sea, is called a suicide. This Munir is a jihadi. He's a terrorist. He only spoke his mind out. He forgot that he's an army general and all. And he spoke like a jihadi. He really spoke his mind out. And that is what you came to know. So these jihadis are not bothered about the implications. Anyway, Munir will get 144 virgins. Because he's also this 𝗍𝗲𝗍𝗍𝗔 Quran. So his allotment quota is double. 72 into 2, 144. So he's bothered about his 144 virgins. So why should he bother about these earthly affairs? Next question. China supports with arms and logs. Will China send soldiers to defend GBT active Northwest Bengal and so? Interesting question. Look, China is supporting on whatever they can. I don't think China will send soldiers, but yes, Northeast, West Bengal can be impacted. And even Myanmar you will see a lot of problems happening. That is why we need now very clean alignments with America, Russia, and Israel and other countries. And we have to really fight a decisive war. That's what I've been always saying. Nobody is going to send troops here to fight your war. You have to fight your own war. The country has to be efficient to handle war. How many months or years I've been saying China is ganging up Muslim countries together, bringing them together to work against us, to screw us. Haven't I been talking this? Did I talk this today? I don't write in my thumbnail, Sumit ne kaha tha. No. Take out the video. You will see it 1 year back. I have been telling this is going to happen. Let's get ready. China is doing this. And, I could see a lot of hints in the air. China was doing it. But, so what did we do? We didn't do much, as usual. Next. Hitesh Sharmaji. Sumaji, is there any... okay. Hitesh, is there any update on Arakan Army Chamka? Why I need to deal with the East Pakistan while the Indian Army takes on West Pakistan? Look, these are all, Hitesh bhai, these are all temporary measures. These are all temporary solutions which you can do to buy time, to impose some kind of a cost and this. If you want to do it full time, you cannot be at a war and do it at the full time. You are at peace, you can do it full time. So whatever their implication and whatever the impact is, 10, 20, 30%, it will be there. But if you think you can replace a front with these, well, I think it's tough. Because these people need to be highly motivated, trained. There has to be a lot of equipment and there's a lot of money pumped into them. It's the best in the business who get this done is Americans. But America is not in war when they're doing this. Imagine a situation you are in war and on the other side you're doing this. It makes it quite impossible that way. Next, Sajin bhai. Vijay Kumar Srivastav. Question asking Munir, twice seen on border speaking English in his lips and making his face naked. Old video dub. Of course. I've been very clear. I don't think it's his name video. This has no date stamp, nothing. These are some old videos which are trying to dub and trying to put a brave face. I don't know, is this man still live kicking? Is he still not in a vegetative stage? Because one easy trade-off can be, which Pakistan can still do. Though I have been suggesting them, trade off Munir. Cut him loose. If you trade off Munir, I am very sure you can avert a disaster right now. The Mullah military nexus will survive for at least few weeks or months more, but ultimately we'll dismantle you this time. But if you cut this Munir loose, definitely is worth a few weeks or a few months. This is the call Pakistani establishment has to take, and Munir is not replaceable. We'll have a brand new mullah taking his place. He'll exactly look the same, do the same, and walk and talk the same. And forgot to tell you, mindset will be also the same. Hriday Sharma ji. Sumit ji, recent video, Parmanand ji Maharaj said our downing duty is to free each other from the Rakshasas and the ideology. Isn't the youth going to be national as a dharmic youth? I think we have to see how the things turn up, Hriday ji. Right now, the enemy is known, that is Pakistan. Let's settle them, and eventually we'll see how the things pan out. We can't predict right now. And I'm not an astrologer by any chance. That's why I'm right most of the times. Because if I'm an astrologer, then my chances are very bad. Next question. 𝗟𝗘𝗙𝗪𝗏 ji. Run from Islamic countries to democratic countries, convert to Sharia, run again. What is the logic? Logic is to make whole world into an Islamic nation. That is what every Muslim is entrusted by the Holy Quran to do. That is a part of the teaching. So you have to convert every part of the world into Islamic caliphate or an Islamic country. So you have to keep on doing that. That is what they do. And countries are naive, countries are stupid, especially the West, which doesn't understand this, which believes that you can change these people. You cannot. West believe that they can get China rich and ultimately China will get democracy. It has become your biggest Frankenstein. You thought you could get these people in your mainstream and they will be impressed by your Western life, your Western values, and then eventually they will change. You thought you could get bars, pubs and pictures there, they will change. No, they will not change. Understand. This is how the source code is written. You can't do much about it. Mukesh Parikh ji, if Balochistan declares officially free from Pakistan, what steps took by Bharat? Look, Bharat will not get into at this point of time. Because at times a lot of things are orchestrated and stage managed. If there were peace times, Bharat would have thought about it. Bharat would not get into it. But I believe whatever tacit support we can give them, whatever indirect support we can afford to give them without compromising our national interest, we should do that and we would do that. Are we doing that? I don't know. And if I know, will I tell you? No, I will not tell you. And should I be talking about that? No. But I know one thing for sure. Hit rates of Balochis has become quite good. There has to be something. God knows. I don't know. Next question. Sangi Sagarji, Asmi, Balochistan will be independent country and Bharat getting POK, Rawalpindi's collateral destruction, sir. Why only Balochistan, brother? Balochistan, KPK, Sindh will be independent and only Punjab and Saraki belt will be together. And that will be the win for Bharat. But again, I have to wait and see how these guys shape up. If they go into again that route of Iman, Taqwa, Jihad, Fizibillah, then you don't have much hope for them. You will have mini Pakistan's brewing. And if they change their mentality and their thoughts and start really building and doing work, like Balochistan has a lot of minerals, they can really become a rich country. Sindhu has the port, right? KPK also will have something, tourism and other potentials. If they start developing that, they have a chance. Only the Punjab has nothing except farming, which is mortgaged to China, and everything is mortgaged to China anyway. So poor Punjabis will be left with nothing. They can become the servants of Pathans. Pathans need those Punjabi servants. But one of the Pathan was telling me, Sumit bhai, ye to useless hai. They are useless. They can't do the work. Bad luck. Send them to Saudi. Saudi needs a lot of gentles. That should be a good idea. Nandini Ashokji, Namaskar ji. Sumit sir, what about the message going around if India attacks Pakistan, Bangladeshis will occupy northeast and rear? Arey ma'am, this is all part of their Islamic al-taqiyya. We'll do this, we'll do that, we'll do that. Do you think we have not budgeted that? Look, I can only say that Modi ji is a risk taker. He hedges his bets. If you push Modi too much, he can go to a level which nobody can imagine. And he's not going to listen to anybody beyond a point. And India has the capability to give devastating blows to Pakistan and Bangladesh put together. It's for their people and their wisdom to see what the hell they want to do. They want to get decimated, or are they only interested in life after death and the virgins and the whores, or really they believe there's something which can be done on their earth? They have to take that call. We'll facilitate them either way. I think we have come to the end of the questions. I think we had a good session. what I would like to thank you for all your love, patronage, and support I keep on getting on Bharat Vichar and other channels. Thank you very much. You are the best people. And on that note, I am going to say you have to like, share, and support and help this channel to grow. And you have to help me to grow also. And on that note, Bharat Mata ki jai, Vande Mataram, and say with me, Har 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 Mahadev.